Hey guys, so now you are in the second video, which means you've posted the question from your draft work that you did earlier in this class period to the comments section of the last video. And so we're going to move on, and I want us to look at your articles that you soapstone for homework. This would be the pink article and then also the yellow article, both of which are going to be the articles that you will be using on your reading summative exam, which for this class period will mean you'll take that on Thursday. So you'll have those 4 OER questions that will be based off of these 2 articles that you've already soapstoned, and you'll bring those to class with you on Thursday. And also a short story that you're given that's a cold reading that you will use those 3 pieces to answer your OER questions. And you'll have 4 OER questions. 3 of the 4 OER questions will involve the articles, so that's why I'm really wanting you to take some time to really soapstone those, have some time to discuss the articles before you go into your test on Thursday, okay? So today we are going to look at the article, the kind of first one we're going to look at together, which is the good charity, bad charity. I'm sure you noticed with your group that there's a kind of a common element to both of these articles. Both of the articles are focusing on giving or charity. Keep in mind that they're not presenting like one's good and one's bad in terms of what they're talking about, but it's more about here's one point of view, here's another point of view. So that's going to help us as we're soapstoning also to know that they have kind of that common element, so we can go through and we can analyze to see what their main points will be. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at the screen here. So I'm going to move off of here and okay, so here's the quick review of soapstone, just in case you have kind of forgotten since earlier this year when we talked about soapstone. Key element to soapstone is that it is discussing the subject, the occasion, the audience, purpose, speaker, and tone. Now, I know sometimes you will see speaker and you will see the subject. Flip-flopped, that's fine. It's kind of whatever works for you. The main thing is this is a strategy. These are the elements that you need to be looking for as you go through your piece, okay? Key thing to also remember is you need to additionally think about how does the speaker writer try to achieve their purpose with their persuasive appeals. Are they effective? Why are they effective? Why are they not effective? That's a key element in terms of the success of their article. So if you have kind of forgotten about this, have misplaced it, this notes page is also available on my website. You have it also on the back of the handout that I gave you that was about the food fight in America that we did earlier. Keep in mind that with this piece, we're going to look at another article and kind of go through the good charity, bad charity article to get a starting point for soapstone as a group. Continuing on with the good charity, bad charity, we notice the article that is here, and we're able to kind of see a possible way to interpret the kind of the article, the ideas itself, in good charity, bad charity. If we go through, we want to make sure that we're annotating on the article itself. So if we look at the author who is here, we can kind of make an assumption, okay? So this is the speaker. So you can write on the page, you know, draw a line out, circle something, and say, hey, this goes with speaker. Or you don't even have to do that, because what you're doing is you are soapstoning because it's a strategy, which basically means that's how you are going to help yourself annotate the nonfiction article. So as you can see kind of from my example here, I highlighted the name and then I put my comment out here beside it. So Peter, as a speaker, you know, I think he's kind of logical. Well, a way that I was able to identify that was through his structure, with a compare and contrast type of structure that he used to write his piece. Also, I could assume that he is possibly wealthy, because right here I can see that he talks about $100,000 that he uses to kind of give his example. So my thought is that somebody who's going to talk about giving a donation of $100,000, that's a big donation. So he must have some money if that's kind of the funds that he's dealing with. Also, I can come up here and I can say, okay, well educated, just from the way that he has with his vocabulary, his knowledge about the idea of giving, I can kind of make that leap to assume that he is well educated. Second of all, sense of humor. Now, this is one of the things, I'm not looking to say that he is like writing like the greatest stand-up comedy ever, but he has some humor as he's writing his piece. Now, this is one thing where I also might want to kind of highlight it, because otherwise I could be going through this back and forth going, I don't remember where it was, but I thought that he was kind of funny, and I have no idea where that was in my article, so I waste time whenever I'm going back and looking at it, trying to find the funny part. So basically what I could do is after I mark that, go ahead and I can say, okay, so right here where it says you'd have to be nuts, it's not, like I said, life-changing comedy, but it's a little funny line. It shows some personalities, shows some voice. So I would mark that for funny line to help back up my assertion that the author here has a sense of humor. Now, will that matter later on whenever I'm writing my piece? Maybe, maybe not, but it's kind of good to have another marking that's there. Also consider he's caring. His whole piece is about giving to a good charity, getting the most bang for your buck. Okay? That to me kind of also leads into this subject whenever you're looking at your soapstone. What are they talking about? What is the article trying to give you, the reader, in information? What are they trying to persuade you to do? What is their purpose? What is their position? This is one of those that if I'm going to put it in one sentence or a few words, that it means that it's talking about how the charity that uses your donation best, how about we say in the best way, in the best way / most direct impact. That's what he's trying to get us to realize, is that, you know, not all charities kind of donate, fund, and help those topics like we think they do. So he's kind of pointing that out. Now, is he giving a good or bad opinion? Yes, no, but it's his point of view. Same thing how the other article, neither one of them says do not give money. They both say you should do it this way or be aware of this. So it kind of has that subject difference between them, but they have a common topic. So those are kind of a few things to think about as you're going through your soapstone. Go back, highlight, mark those things that you have, those comments that are also there to help as you're marking the elements. So as we're going through, we're working on this, I should see that your articles both have annotations all over. Notice there's nothing where I'm filling out a chart or I'm marking something on the piece where I have like a listing element. I'm having annotations that are going to be all over my soapstone article. Okay? Both of these are very important to you for your exam. So I do want you to take this next part of the period, and I want you to work with your table to go through and discuss things that you found. Challenge each other. Ask them questions, okay? If you found and you marked this as being something that has to deal with tone, why did you mark it with tone, okay? What made it seem to have that kind of a tone that you selected? Also, I'm not looking for all of you to agree on the tone words. They may all be different. Different words have different nuances, different elements that need to be in the piece that you find. I'm not looking to see that the whole class says the piece is happy. That's the tone of the piece is it's happy, okay? I'm looking to see that you are able to use your tone words, your tone vocab, to help you determine the overall tone of this piece and of the other article. That makes a huge difference in your interpretation and your analysis of the piece whenever you look at it again later and whenever you're going to discuss it on your reading summative. So have those conversations, but be sure that you own your words that you pick for your tone piece. Same thing with your essay. You're going to be intentional and purposeful with the tone that you create in your essay. So hopefully this helps. I'm excited to see what you kind of work out. You will be filling out an exit pass at the last 5 minutes of class based on your soapstone work. So if you would, go ahead right now and turn and discuss your articles in depth with your table. Do not just copy off of the person next to you. Give your thoughts, give your evaluation, your analysis of each article. I will be here on Wednesday after school and Thursday after school for tutorials if you have questions about soapstone, articles, or your essay. I look forward to seeing those, and we will see you tomorrow on Wednesday. Hope you'll have a great rest of the period. Thanks, guys.